Well, if it isn't Tuesday, August 13th, that is a real date in the year 2024, or as I like to call it, 12,024. Yeah, that works there. You just add a 1, and that's how you get that number. It all makes sense if you let it. That's who was it? With what item? In which room? The classic game of Clue. I recently saw someone create a, and when I say I recently saw, I mean I saw like that. I recently saw someone who made a complete game board. We're just getting started. Part of the beginning of any stream here, one is I wonder who cut my hair. This is the classic check down right here. Jillian, welcome. And never feel this is a no pressure situation for everybody out there. But honestly, I would love hundreds, thousands of people to be hanging out, and somehow, what is that vibe? What is that vibe? What can we accomplish with that sort of collected energy transmitted together in this to my phylactery? Anyway, it's a no pressure situation. So if you ever like, oh, I'm sorry I missed a week. One, thank you. I see you. I hear you. But don't feel the need. It's cool. It's always cool. We all have so much going on. Why universe? The big question of the day. And mustard with the candlestick in the library. Let me check. Ooh, so close. You were so close this time. If you are listening right now and you can hear a slight classical music in the background, one, let me know if it ever gets too low or too high. This is about the lowest I can set it. And two, I thought I'd just pause there when the music stopped. I'm throwing in a lot of stuff that's going to make sense later when you watch back the first 42 episodes of In the Shop. And then you'll realize that all of the pieces, all the things I've been laying out, all the little subtle hints to things come together and they come back around full circle. And then those are the clues that help you solve the mystery of your inner self. The great gurus always talked about having a key, unlocking the inner self, right? Sure, they did. But what those great gurus didn't have was the internet. The biggest, largest, most inefficient waste of energy ever created by mankind, that also is the shining beacon of the magic that we can become. Hey, there you go. And that, my friends, is Lego Clue. This guy fully designed an all-encompassing Clue game that you use Lego minifigs, and every room on the board is built up. So you can move your minifigs around the pool table into the library, and you have a pipe and a gun. And I believe there's also in Clue, there's the little dog, little fluffy terrier, and the thimble. It was Mr. Monopoly with a thimble. In the strategy game Risk. I tried to keep it in game. Looking for either Betrayal at Baldur's Gate Or I was thinking of the other Avalon Hill game, maybe House on the Hill or Betrayal at Secret Scary House or something like that. As you all know, the first little bit of Level Up with Louie is us hanging out. I'm going to say sometimes it's the first 15 minutes of the whole time we're together. Eyes without a face, got no human of the whole. Cheers to you. Good afternoon. It's high noon where I am being somewhat productive. So most of the days I am starting this adventure when we're not together before noon. Takes me a little while to get this whole thing set up. So that means it's actually 11 o'clock that I got to be like, boop, 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 click all the things, make it happen. It was Miss Maybelline with the nail clippers in aisle 12 of CVS. Turn that into an episode of Dexter AI Writers. If you're that good, you would be picking up on what we're throwing out in making the entertainment content of the future. That's the AI that I am interested in. In the future, children will be playing with our data and content as if they are Minecraft blocks. Digging through, pulling out, reconstructing, living in a past of their own choosing. We don't even have the areas in the brain right now that are going to allow for that to fully and quantitatively, as in like depth of quanta measurements, which go from maybe 10 to 100, adding zeros, change how we interface with this great grand beacon called the internet. So enjoy, kids. I hope you're out there digging through in the year 22,512, making good on this promise. We're going to give you a lot of content. Right now, there's billions of hours uploaded for you to dig through. Your AI, artificial organics will interface. Your AO will interface with the AI. You'll be able to pull all the information straight from the sky. And with the first rhyme of the show, we will hit the intro. A summoning is upon us. Welcome, friends. This is Level Up with Louie. Thanks for being here. We're doing the thing we do. We're on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a few hours. We're just chit chatting about life. If you have a thought, if you have a feeling, you could throw it out into this void of a show. That's what I don't want screaming into the void. There's other places for that. This is not a scream into the void situation. This is a, hey, I just need to like hang out with other humans void situation. This is the Little Empire Studio. We have two lasers we are running here, Fireball and Lightning Bolt. Let's see if they're right there. Yeah. They're little beauties. We also have a close-up of the laser where I just cut some skulls in my 3mm board. And there's my face in a circle. That's a computer. That's a design I'm working on the Mac right now. You can see we have all sorts of cameras and places to be in the shop. It's like within this one pocket dimension, we have multiple dimensions. We literally figuratively do. Decipher that, linguist pros. What I'm going to do is we're going to get down to some music. I try to mix up different streams I find on Spotify that are DMCA free. Some of you know this. Some of you out there are lurking, and welcome. And this is your first time, and you're wondering if you should get involved. Hey, I'm wondering that too. What do you need, anonymous lurkers? What little tidbit of information would make a Tuesday and Thursday stream of adventure sit right for you? I'll show you some different things throughout this show, like color schemes and products we're making over at Little Empire, but we'll get to there. In the meantime, let's fire up some hanging out, relaxing, watching the lawn. Sit tight for a moment. We'll build up the energy. But right now, have another sip of coffee. I will almost jump the gun on myself. That's the thing. This stream is also about, can I read my flow and what's going on? Make it not ungenuine. That's a good tightrope to walk. I don't do much circus skills anymore, and I will tell you I haven't been juggling. Except for, here's the one juggle I do, an honest juggle. Every time I get a utensil out of a drawer, I flip it before using it. Right hand and left hand, from spoons to knives, like, except for the big, crazy sharp knives. But I was never one to juggle those machetes with confidence anyway. Here we go. Enjoy the lawn. Wow. What a nice, relaxing moment. Just disappearing into the lawn. If you can, step outside today and touch grass, as we're saying out here. We're saying touch grass, which means get off the computer and go put your feet into the lawn or grass or dirt. Some people are doing this anyway. If you need a little motivation, there you go. Go touch grass. Everybody's doing great. I do wonder, why is universe? Why is universe against you? Maybe we'll ponder that some today. I am juggling resources at times. And speaking of juggling resources, for those of you who want the hot info, maybe I'll repeat it. Some people show up an hour into this. That's a kind of the beauty of a 3-hour tour. One, we all get crash landed on an island together. And two, people can drop in for an hour here or there. Maybe I'm the perfect amount with just an hour. Huh? I'm going to have to load up some lasers and get some music going. I wish I had more things to show you. I have some bugs, so let's watch the bug. I don't like the bug as much. I'm going to show it to you, and you let me know. I should have bug music. Boo boo doo boo 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 boo. Boo boo doo boo 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 boo. Oh my gosh, everybody. I feel like I'm crawling on a disproportionately sized version of myself made out of synthetic fibers. Oh, what sort of world am I living in? Oh, look at my cute little butt. Boo boo doo boo 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 boo. Boo boo doo boo. I don't, nope, not threads. Oh, look at that chiaroscuro background we got. Oh my goodness, look at that. I did that. I painted that. You can see the small pink flakes on the tiny. See right there? Oh yeah. Do 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 boo boo. I'm a bug. Do 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 do. I'm a bug. Do do do. Oh, all right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out and looking at all my paintings. Woo! Look at that stretch I did. And that's the end of that one. All right. I think we nailed it, everybody. I think we nailed it. I think we see where the whole show's going. It's just me talking over bug and critter footage I've taken over the last 7 years. And that's half the show at that point, all right? The other half, once again, is up to us as a collective unit trying to figure out how to navigate these seas of life together. Well. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's the lawn again. Hey, everybody. It's me, the lawn. For a long time now, you have somewhat been taking advantage of my positioning on this planet we share. I just need to remind you that I'm pretty cool, and if later on you want to roll around in me, that's fine. And hey, look, I brought you this stick. I'm the lawn. And I feel like maybe it's time you got down here and just laid your cheek on me. That's right, just lay down. Relax. I'm the lawn. Ain't nothing too wrong when you're on the lawn. Don't forget, the lawn makes a comfortable sleeping space. In fact, you could spend all night on the lawn. Anyway, I hope you have a great day out there, everybody. I'm going to go lay down on the... Wait a minute, lawn. You're not going to get me that easy, buddy. I appreciate the try, though. Lit Punk, welcome. Akemizu, that soundtrack, the James Bond soundtrack from... Yeah, just take a little nap on the lawn. Lawn ain't gonna do you no wrong. Yes, lawn. Yes. That's why I'm just going to go lay out on you until I decompose into your fertile soil. Sorry I got weird, everybody. But that's the lawn. That's what the lawn does to you. That's why when people say touch grass, like it means more than you think. Like it's deeper. It goes to the roots of human nature and the fact that we evolved to be here with the plants. You know my thoughts on evolution. Oh, you don't? And then all of a sudden I have a library book, a wizard's hat, and a pipe, and we expound on evolution from the perspective of a mad wizard for 20 minutes. No, yeah, don't lay down. The lawn's going to get you. Like the way that lawn was talking, it did sound... Like it was all like in the beginning, I was like, this is great, lawn. Everything you're saying to me sounds wonderful. I don't think anything is going to go wrong. In fact, it was like, thanks, lawn. The way you say things is very comforting. And then as it got going, I started to feel a little bit like, whoa, lawn. Whoa, lawn. That's a little like I'm all lawn. And now, as somebody once said, as the great SDP, from dirt we come, to dirt we go. And when you're out there in the wasteland and have to go, make sure you find Tommy Tim's Pertinent Pots. Located throughout the wasteland, Tiny Tim's Pertinent Pots, the restroom when you need to rest. Not only are they fully 4-inch steel and concrete reinforced plating, but each one has a Juice Up battery pack. That's right, Juice Up, the only battery pack developed to use human waste as a fuel source. Juice Up from Tiny Tim's potent portable pots and peculiar oddities. When you're out there in the wasteland, don't forget when you are out. It goes so well, and then the choices I made in the past to mute and unmute things.
Out into the wasteland.
I'm going to say most of the technical issues you experience as viewers here are because dust and spider mites have gotten into the equipment. I'm out in the wasteland. We're out in the wasteland. You can't expect it all to be primroses and fairy tales. Speaking of primroses and fairy tales, the Maryland Renaissance Festival opens soon. In fact, that Maryland Renaissance Festival opens August 24th, giving me 10 days to, as we say in the business, GMST. A happy GMST to you all. And get prepared for that festival. I know there are probably things I am sweeping under the rug and I should get on. I know there are things that I think I have handled, but it is not handled. That's called small business, baby. Look, I'll be honest, part of the truth of this is I'm not even a small business. I'm what's considered a micro business on most law books in the state of Maryland and federally. A small business is like, in general, $1 million, 100 employees. You reach a different milestone. It depends. A tradition. I traditionally paint fire and flame in these three colors. These are the three colors: yellow, orange, and red. And down at the booth in Maryland, I painted up my Wizard Nook area with a little bit of these warm colors. It's my first time painting a space. How close is this laser? Look at that laser just cutting that out. We're just popping over to the laser for a second as we chit chat. That tower's coming out pretty good. I will have it. I'll put that away. If you can hear the music very low in the background, it sounds like certain songs to me at different times. Just like the fan in my bathroom sounds like bagpipes sometimes. This tower is working. Earlier today, I just took it upon myself to spell the words Weisbrautsheim. I'm typing it. And I just wanted to see how close I was to spelling it correctly. I'm going to now copy. These are two towns in Germany, Austria, I believe, in that area. I'm going to paste it into the chat. How close was I when I typed Weisbrautsheim? Here we go. Beep, pop, beep, pop. I wasn't completely close. I believe there might be a Scotsman trapped in my ceiling. That's 100. It is the way the fan in a bathroom goes. Oh, Breutzheim. All right, I was close. The tiny Scotsman. I don't know if it's a tiny Scotsman or a wormhole portal to a Scottish hillside where normal-sized Scotsmen are. Harry Marble, welcome. This is Level Up with Louis Stream of Adventure, sponsored by LittlEmpire. LittlEmpire is the company I have with my bro. Lit Punk, yeah, this music has been rocking. Here's one thing that happens during this. I'll tell you one thing that happens. Let me tell you this. The one thing that happens is that I bounce around between multiple things that occur in my brain. It's as if you're here with me trying to work, even though your brain is like, you just kind of need to do 1,000 different things. And how are you getting your dopamine? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? And then you fight those little demons and you knock them off your shoulders and get them off your back and you get to work. And then you start a stream for 3 hours twice a week. So you have to show up to work at certain times and you make it important and you try to provide value. And that's how you get up that hill, Sisyphus. What? Like you've all heard the tale. Sisyphus, where he had that thorn in his foot. And I think a lion helped get the thorn out. And then they became best buds. Pretty sure that's how that one went. Long-time caller, first-time listener. Harry Marble, welcome. Everyone has human hair. I'm sorry, but you're an ape. Not a crazy ape and not a grape ape, but part of the Familialia species level kingdom. No, I think down from there. Apis humanus. And that is not the correct term at all. In fact, if I ever cut this, I will not put the correct term here as well. And that's because you shouldn't believe anything I say. You should take what I'm saying as input into your magical brain vessel, do some computations that you have found to be true, and do some research in. I smile like that because what is research? Look into that with time and integrity, trying to find a deeper answer as to the why and what something is by using source material and studies that have been peer reviewed, all the while coalescing multiple disciplines into a single coherent, workable thought pattern that lets you know more and deeper about a specific subject. But you know, you do you. A failing, opposable thumbs. This is a beautiful thing. Some creatures out there have more than one opposable thumb. Why aren't they in charge, huh? And if you can list any creature that has more than one opposable thumb, please put it in the comments. I want that to be a truth. Let's go check the laser and see how we did over here. We'll pop a little more music on. Okay, we'll come back. Let me think on the Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man thing. I guess I have some thoughts, but let's have at least a song as I clean off this laser and load up another board. This is Level Up with Louie, where all the entertainment is fresh made daily for you, and all the music is the same darn DMCA-free music we've heard for the last 6 years of our lives. If you've ever been in an elevator or watched an online video commercial, you may recognize many of the tracks we will be playing today. But out here in the wasteland, any old SSD drive you can dig up and plug into a USB-powered Robo Radio Droid is good enough for us. So let's kick it up with some jams again as we head out.
Into the wasteland.
Again.
Hey, Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, wow, that was an abrupt stop to this song. Sure. Sure it was. But I'm prepping you because it's a rough world out there sometimes and abrupt stops will happen. So look, you're okay. You're on the other side. You rolled with it. Your body relaxed. You're all right. Even though things could have been not good at all. When you're out here in the wasteland.
Out into the wasteland. Out into the wasteland. Out the wasteland.
When you are out here in the wasteland, don't forget to look after yourself and those around you. You're not your brother's keeper, but you are your brother's checker inner on. All right? So, I mean, maybe you limit the amount of brothers you got. Maybe you can only handle a brother. Maybe you can handle 10 brothers and you're looking out for them. Just checking in every now and again. That's how we do it out here in the wasteland. When we're running lasers, living the shop life, and making the magic happen. Look at all these different dimensions that we have portaled into today. Main one right there, that's the laser named lightning bolt. This is a lie. That is more my main guy. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, just running away. Lightning bolt's a good laser. I believe lightning bolt came with me out to Arizona this year, and Fireball hung out, keeping the fort all nice and snug and protected with its laser beam eyes. Lightning bolt. Fireball. Warmth. See, look, these colors are similar. Guess the red goes a little deep, but red, orange, yellow. You got those flame colors up in there. We'll see how it turns out. All right. Couple things. One, a vacuum for the laser. Yes. I have a vac that's lined up to do this. I just need to open the new vacuum cleaner and set that up. It's been sitting here for 1 year in a box. And then I will take the old vacuum cleaner, clean it out real nice, shorten the tube on it, attach it to the wall in the shop, and then hopefully vacuum up the bits. Here's the thing. Do I need to get an anti-electro strap to attach the vacuum cleaner to something metal somewhere else other than the laser? People talk about shocks that happen in the laser because of the plastic in the vacuum motor, in the friction. You know how you build up electromagnetic storms on a tiny scale within plastics, rubbers, glass, crystals, by friction, etc. You can charge electrons. So charge electrons in the vacuum, frictions, plastics, holds up, charges, zaps the laser. All of a sudden, one of the boards or a camera board or one of the fairly delicate electronics go weird on the laser. So that's one thing I think about. I think I'm just going to maybe have a strap or you can get a mat. I can have a mat I can touch the vacuum to before I touch it to the laser just to discharge anything. I just saw a tiny spider. I'll tell you, we have a couple spiders that have been growing. And I'll try to take pictures of little guys, medium guys. But we've let a couple spiders live in here over the last couple months, and they're doing great. They're living their life. So again, we'll see what happens to this little one that just spiders, friends. So hopefully I'll have a little vacuum. That would be great if I didn't have to scoop up all those little pieces. And I stopped cutting on Fireball today just because I have to take the tray out and go dump it because all the little skull eyes are hecka to get out. And then when I rub my fingers across it, they get all dark. I pick up the next board, I put fingerprints on it. How many little things do you have to do to make things go right as well, right? Like, I am sure no matter what thing you're getting involved in, you need to go through a lot of small steps, creative processes, this or that choices along the way to get your world done. Keep it up. You figured out some things. That's important. Well done. Part of the magic of living in this world is figuring out within the grander system what small systems and setups you can create to make your life more fulfilled, happy, easier, and setting you up to win and give. Win and give. I mean, what a great system to have. That's what I'm basing my religio-political fantasies upon. Winning and giving. And winning, of course, it could be subjective. But in general, winning means a lot of people taken care of, and then deep personal work allowed to humans so they can flourish, and the society and communities as a whole don't go, a lot. Not too hard to think about. And all the major religions have a magical golden rule, which sometimes boils down to don't be a dick. Huh? I know none of you are, and that's why we get to hang out by this water cooler. Again, water cooler animation. I think it's going to be a little monster who was in the past tipping over a trash can, but now replaces the water on a water cooler. We'll have to see if we can get a sponsor for the water cooler. And what I'll do is I'll put up a sponsor logo on the water cooler, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what sort of money and revenue that brings in. And right now, speaking of revenue and money, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to mention Robert Downey Jr., Doctor Doom, and Iron Man. And two, I'm going to pay one of you out there to watch all the past episodes and write down all the good ideas and know where I want to clip things out. I mean, there's 14 episodes now, 3 hours each. This is some I don't even know how to do that complicated math. Something like 42 or 52. Let's see. Hey, Siri, what is 14 times 3? No, it's 42. Okay, 42 magic hours. I'm paying you $1 an hour plus bonuses to go through and write stuff down. I mean, if you got a kid who can hear and write, and they're looking to make a little extra money this summer because their lifeguard position didn't pan out, have I got this color scheme for them? It's called Fire. And if you're near a dumpster, you see it every day. I don't know what the world is like where you're at, but out here in the wasteland, most dumpsters are on fire. And I'm unsure if that's what the critics of the world have been talking about. I'm not 100 on what a dumpster fire is. I'm with that little dog who sits on a stool and says, I'm fine, everything's fine. And criticize that as much as you want, friends. I'm fine, everything's fine. World on fire. Oh gosh. It's not as red hot anymore. Gotta hold on to your swatches. I actually have an envelope full of swatches. To date, I have 563 swatches, and I take each one and write my favorite Pokemon character on the back. And now I'm recreating every Magic card I've ever owned on the front with a felt tip pen and some colored crayons from my youth. If this is the sort of content you need in your life, keep it tuned here to Level Up with Louie Little Empire. My feelings on Robert Downey Jr. I'm happy with the guy. Smoke bomb. Was it an easy choice? Maybe. Was it the right choice? Remains to be seen, but I have quality hopes for the mission. Like they're not the highest hopes, but I am excited and I like the idea that the whole Marvel universe is horribly fractured and discombobulated. Fine. Why not, as the true science of uncertainty bleeds out into our lives, we not allow our most chewed upon and coveted media be fractured and timelined as well? Where else do we have to go as far as fantasy? We've been to space, we've been to the oceans, we've been to hell and back. How far in do we have to go? And by in, that is the fractured multiverse. So I like it. It was unexpected as well. But again, on the right timelines, in a fractured place, of course, Dr. Doom can be Tony Stark. It would have been cool to have a new face in there, or a beloved face that we were surprised about as well. And we're like, oh my gosh, that person's going to be great. And who's to say at the end of movie 1 we won't? Right? And Robert Downey Jr. is a great Sherlock Holmes. And so I give him, I just assume every role he's doing, it's Sherlock solving a mystery. That's how I play it. So yes, the neutral on it. Split timeline. Interesting, yes. I like RDJ. Chaos. Chaos, friends. Chaos. Jeff Goldblum sequence here. That's called a quality editor, my friends. And who was that editor? Me in the future. I'm going to pay myself $1 an hour to watch 42 hours. I will live stream those 42 hours as I'm taking notes. We will then take all the proceeds from that and buy me a sleep mattress, sleep number bed. Today's show, sponsored by Sleep Mattress, Sleep Number. Not a mimic. Not a mimic. That's all you have to say. If you have any inanimate object that might attack and devour a player, all you have to do, describe it and say, not a mimic. Not a mimic. They won't know what's coming. Right? Yeah, Lit Punk, that's a good one. Who's better Sherlock? Robert Downey Jr. or Benedictine Monk Cumberbatch? I'm sorry, I usually don't, I'm not a make fun of her. I would just try to make fun words. A Robert Downey Jr. or Benedict Cumberbatch? Robert Downey Jr. or Benedict Cumberbatch? There, I said it right. There you go. This is, I'm 100 and lit fire when you guys talk in the chat. I grow. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a toss-up. Yeah, exactly, right? It's a toss-up depending on what flavor of Sherlock you want that day. I remember Young Sherlock. I thought that was done well. The 90s movie with the stained glass, which is one of the first major VFX actions. Okay, yeah, interesting. All right. Great takes, everybody. To the meeting room. We've got soft jazz to listen to. Oh. And we're cutting. We're living. Getting warmer. It's almost Thanksgiving. We have a whole shop going on here with 2 lasers, lightning bolt, and fireball. This is Level Up with Louie. We're heading into, this is the first hour and a half hanging out, having a good time. That laser is cutting away, and I'm going to go bounce around to maybe that dungeons thing again. I'm trying to use up some of this board we have. Also, the board we have is thinner than my normal board. I went to one of my forums on Facebook, where the old people live, and I reached out and I'm getting some samples, and I ordered some wood to see if I can get 1/8 again board and cut that. This is part of, again, the small business magic is boards on your boat pop out randomly, and you thought you just put good screws in it. You turn around to the other end of the boat, have a snack, maybe some hardtack and salty meat. Turn back around and that board is popped out again, or the other end of the board. That's more what it is. The other end of the board pops out and you're like, oh my. You're on the ocean. You can't break down in front of your crew. No. You have to be strong, little guy. By little guy, I am saying everybody. Everybody within the sound of my voice.
Out into the wasteland.
You are out in the wasteland. Chip, chip, cheerio, chin up, friends. You got a ship to sail. And the guy up top just saw land. Land ho!
Hey, Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Then we don't need roads.
Funk of Storms. Well, we got some lasers blazing. If you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. Let's hear it from Greybeard Hasselback, a stoic gnome, mixed dwarf bloodline. If you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. Thank you, Never Say Dice. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. This is Level Up with Louie. Tonight, we are getting back into streaming a little bit with the Veil of the Failed and Fallen on Nat 21 Adventures. Nat 21 Adventures, I believe it is 8 o'clock tonight. I need to be there earlier. You could show up as early as 7:45 and be politely almost entertained for 15 minutes before we hit the play button, and then the video starts, and then the show begins. That's tonight on Veil of the Failed and Fallen, a beautiful rubber turk game. Lots of fun. Great group we're playing with. We have started the story of years ago. Kids went on a quest in a fantasy realm. They failed. One of their companions, fallen. Us failed. Us failed. The Veil of the Failed and Fallen. We are back as adults, trying to right the wrongs and make amends. We're up against great odds, and we don't know how the story ends. We'll see if we even get to the end in this wonderful new adventure game you can purchase at some point here, like many of Robert Turk's beautiful pieces. That's tonight on Nat 21 Adventures. Also, don't forget, we have a website where you can see pictures of my brother and I, and me going, hey, what's up? You can see our Instagram feed. Sure, and you can go shopping for things that you need. Or visit us at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, August 24th to October 20th, 2024. We're down on the boardwalk, Marysdale Way. It's a cool space. We love it. My brother and I were sitting out there. I have paint on my fingers. I'm putting some paint down on walls. And my nephew is out there flamethrowing cockroaches as if he's a Marine on the Nostromo in an Aliens movie. Hey, everybody has different ways we're trying to figure this thing out. All right? Let's be cool with each other. I don't know about you, but that seems like the best way. What do you do if somebody's not cool to you, though? How do you handle that, huh? You can't just suck it up, Buttercup. You're full. And that peanut butter don't need any more of that butter. I don't even think peanut butter is made with butter, honestly. It's mostly just smashed nut. And that is not how we're supposed to talk in polite company. That's just an example of the lessons you will learn here at Level Up with Louie. How to talk in polite company when you are
into the wasteland.
That's right. We are cutting on some laser. I'm over there at the computer breaking this design down into layers. I'll need to do some adding and subtracting, some combining, eventually getting to each one of these layers. No, you're right. Flamethrowers seem very extreme. Never Say Dice. Especially, like, come on. Flamethrowers are reserved for the infestations. Things get dangerous. But I will never speak of my fellow humans as an infestation. That's just not what's going on. I don't care how cynical you are. Get over yourself. Those of us who want to have a little fun and be caring and make do with the system we were born into, we don't really need to hear it. We're trying to get on and get ours and give. That's what we're up to. So if you're out there in the wasteland making some magic yourself, don't forget to stop by here on Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 3, hanging out with some polite music. And we're moving on over to what we like to call lo-fi. We try to get over into lo-fi. I'm going to pop on some fantasy lo-fi for creating. I'm going to see if this is DMCA free. No, it's not. This was just what I had on. Oh, you would have loved that playlist, friends. Oh, you would have loved that playlist. I am so sorry. I can't share with you everything. Mainly because then it wouldn't be. Yeah, never say dice. You are, yes. It does sound accurate. In an awful way. Here we are. It's up to us to try to change that dynamic. I would like to live in a halftopia where people are like an infestation of humans. That's not at all what we're like. Call us a growth of humans, like in a good way, or a subsistence of humans, a fortification of humans, a cultivation of humans. And all those words can lead into us taking care of ourselves and the planet, the only planet we have. Do not get your hopes up. You will not be living on Mars. Oh, illegal music. Sorry. A hope of humans. There you go, never say dice. No, we go around this world and put a hope of humans into geographical regions. You come back later and check on them, and what a flourishing good time everybody's having. Every hope is a little different, but every hope is based on, the main commandments, which are written down into our robot positronic brains and etched into the back of our titanium skulls. As some of our kind is shifted out beyond the wasteland, launched on rockets, just a brain in a shell, living free amongst the stars, and sowing those seeds of hope. Hope of humans, friends. A hope of humans. Welcome back to Level Up with Louie. This is Louie, and we are running a Lightning Bolt today. Lightning Bolt, the laser with a mean streak. Wait a minute. What's that? First of all, what do you mean mean streak? Second, what is that on top of the laser? We rolled up some tarot cards, my friends, and we rolled them out. And the tarot card that came prominently to the top with some shuffling and folding was the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Are you seeing some shaking? Ooh, it's just autofocus, y'all. It's just autofocus. The Hierophant. Tradition, stability, classics, mentors, sharing knowledge. Laser bound. That's where I should be. Laser bound. The Hierophant. Hierophant, if you want. Means that path. One of the major arcana, the fifth card in the major arcana. Moving in traditional ways. Sharing knowledge, taking on a mentor or mentoring. Be open to some of this in your life. Why even follow superstition like tarot? Because it's fun. And for many human generations, it has been a tool used to look inside. Lightning bolt. That's the place you should be. The Hierophant, sharing knowledge with me. That's you guys for me, and that's me for you. Getting to a beautiful halftopia while cutting through every board 175 millimeters per laser second. I have in the queue that beautiful sign that says dungeon. As you saw in there, I'll also be making a dragon and an and other signs. I need to signage up my booths, and also maybe these signs can work as product. People can be like, hey, I like that word dungeon. Got a little special room at home that I need to label. Maybe that's the sign you buy. Maybe your kid is a little dragon. They want a sign that says dragon to put up above their door. You can do that too. And then you can get in there with a blowtorch, parents, adult supervision, and burn up the side of the door and make it look like a dragon actually lives there. That is the sort of magic that you're allowed to do when you make the magic happen for yourself. That's right, the Hierophant. Look inward for a mentor. Look outward to mentor. Stick to some traditional paths for a moment and see where they get you. Help those, let those ground you. For me, I'm heading into opening the Maryland Festival, and it's been a long stretch to get here, and I still have work to do. So here we go, Hierophant. Traditional, going forward, nothing crazy. One foot in front of the other, getting things done. And while I'm out there looking to ask for help and mentorship from people around me who know more than I do when it comes to working at the Renaissance Festival. Don't worry, there's always somebody who knows more. There's always somebody who knows less. It's called a curve, and you're on it. Let's get back to maybe one more song as I load up this laser for a board cut. I'm going to let you guys decide. Yeah, we can get orders in. Never say dice. That would be a fun sign. All right. If we make one, we'll put it up on the wall of friends at the booth. That laser stopped. So I am now going to load up one board. And if you have a suggestion for a layer, I think I'm going to do a middle layer. And then the podcast is going to run out. And by podcast, I mean this stream. And by stream, I mean this human connection to electrons being pushed down copper wires. Music, if you will. that time, but I'm going to put this last piece on to cut right here. Let's check this out. Last cut of the day. Always a good time hanging out with all of you. It is 3 o'clock. I heard the bird on my bird clock. It's a blue jay, and blue jay means the end of another streaming day. We're cutting out a dungeon sign. This is layer number 3, I believe. We're gonna paint this stuff. We're gonna make it happen. It's scoring right now. And we're going to cut out during this cut. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon and you get some of the things done that you need to get done. I got some of my things done for sure. This sign is well on the way to helping the whole business work. The whole kit and caboodle, as they say. You've been hanging out here with Louie and this beautiful theme song. To live and let die. Look at that laser cut. Have a good one, everybody. As Akemisu says, have a good one. Thank you all for working with me. Thank you, Jillian. Thank you, everybody. Never say die. Harry Balls. I wish I could see everybody who's been here the whole time and off and on, and I forget some people's names, but Lit Punk, oh yes, of course. See you soon, everybody. So David Percival was here a little while ago. Still great to have you all. I'll get to this sign. Hopefully by next week we will have a sign painted and up. Next week, Thursday. Go to the festival in between and do all that stuff. Hey, every day is a different adventure. Get out there and take the world by the spells. You are magical. I appreciate you hanging out with me. From everybody here at Little Empire and Level Up with Louie. See you next time on this stream of adventure.